Having completed a psychology degree with a particular interest in mental health and therapies, in my opinion, nothing really comes close to the simplicity and effectiveness of the Thrive programme for anxiety and phobias. I have tried all sorts for the 3 phobias that I began this programme with, which amounts to thousands of hours of therapy over the 15 years of living such a restricted life. Following this programme and working hard at it every single day got me from bedbound to thriving in a matter of months. Now, that isn't to say that this programme is a miracle cure, because it isn't. What it is an education on how to work the cure out within yourself, because it is there, however long or hard you have been suffering. It still shocks me how powerful our thoughts are, and just how much choice we have over what thoughts we entertain in our minds. No therapy in the past has ever taught me just how much our mental state is in our full control, and that is the most valuable lesson of all. Through doing the Thrive programme, it struck me just how many limiting beliefs that I was carrying that were really affecting how I see myself and how I live. I was diagnosed with social phobia by a psychiatrist 15 years ago, and ever since then I've believed that I cannot make phone calls and that I am just socially inept in every single way. Every time I've avoided making a phone call or avoided social contact, it's reinforced that belief. Now I no longer believe that I can't make phone calls. I no longer believe that I can't go to places like supermarkets, or do small talk with people, or have a meaningful conversation without judging myself for sounding stupid. I don't carry around a belief that I am socially phobic, therefore I'm not. And since finishing the Thrive programme, I have done countless things that I had never done before. I've signed up and become a regular at a gym and swimming pool. I've gone to a beauty therapist. I've gone to a sports massage therapist. I've gone into town on my own a lot. I've gone into restaurants on my own. And I've taken the next step in building my own business. And these are all things that I never imagined that I would be doing, in particular with as much ease that I am doing them. The emetophobia was a harder nut to crack, and even now I can still have pro-emetophobic thoughts in my mind. It's just I know that I have the choice with whether to bin them or not. And as I started the programme at utter rock bottom, I'm still building myself firmer foundations, and it's when I slack on that work that I notice the pro-phobic thoughts. That is what I love about the Thrive programme. It is all a logical progression. There isn't any of that it gets worse before it gets better thing. It's simple. You do the work, you progress. Don't do the work, you won't. And the turning point for me was when I stopped telling myself that I cannot cope with getting sick. There is plenty of evidence in my life that I can cope, evidence that is even only a few months old. And it was like a weight was lifted off my shoulders when I shifted that limiting belief and turned that corner. Your turning point may be different, but it is a wonderful feeling when you get there. Everything else from there just clicks into place. I work in dog behaviour, and all through the programme, and even now, I'm coaching myself to be more dog. Dogs are the perfect example of mindfulness and stress management. They live with only the present moment in mind. They do not misuse imagination. They do not ruminate or brood over the past or the future. They do get themselves into pickles with anxiety and phobias, but they don't make things worse for themselves. They don't worry about tomorrow's walk today, or worry about next week's vet appointment in the last year. Dogs cannot avoid stresses in daily life any more than we can, but what they can do and what they do is show exceptional resilience and just shake any stress off. Their full body shake off behaviour is literally them shaking off just stress caused by something unpleasant that they've had to tolerate, and by the time they've put one foot in front of the other and moved on, the experience is mostly left behind. And that is how I'm learning to live my life. I honestly thought that I was going to be stuck with severe emetophobia for the rest of my life. I thought that the best that I would ever achieve is being able to manage it, accept it, or tolerate it, I underwent the Thrive program as a last-ditch effort to save myself following the breakdown. I had hope it would help me because I was desperate and I had to believe in something, but that hope led to really hard work, which led to small achievements, which led to bigger achievements, which led to overall success. It might not be easy, but I promise you it's worth it. I am no longer emetophobic, which is a huge thing for me to say and believe. It isn't because of any special technique or complicated intervention. It's just because I have tamed my brain from the angry feral dog that it was to the trainable and controllable part of me that it could have been all along, had I had the insight that I have now.